The Minnesota Timberwolves added a new piece on Wednesday night.
With the 17th pick in the 2025 NBA Draft, the Minnesota Timberwolves select Joan Beringer.
They went with French big man Joan Beringer. He comes in at 6'11 with a 7'3 wingspan and is an elite rim protector and may be the heir apparent to Rudy Gobert, who will be 33 years old when next season begins. The Frenchman was one of 3 French players taken in the first round, which seems to be a growing trend in the NBA considering the top 2 picks in last year's draft were from France. NBA analysts were split on the pick, ranging from Sam Vecini from The Athletic, who praised the selection, saying, "I think it makes a ton of sense, and I'm a huge fan of what they're doing here," to Kevin O'Connor from Yahoo Sports, who called Beringer one of the rawest projects of the entire draft and gave the pick a C- grade. So that's what the experts are saying, but what do I think of the pick? Let me start by saying this. This is not the direction I thought the Wolves were going to go with the 17th pick. I thought the Wolves were going to take a more ready-made player like Walter Clayton Jr. from Florida or Nick Clifford from Colorado State. I thought they would try and follow the blueprint of Terrence Shannon Jr. from last year's draft, who was already 23 years old and more ready to contribute right away. Johan will only be 18 years old when next season begins, and I can't imagine him getting much run right out of the gate, particularly with Rudy Gobert still on the team. Johan is not a great offensive player and struggles to create his own shot, and I cannot see him being more than a lob threat, at least initially. The intriguing part of the Johan's game is his athleticism and defense. He is an elite rim protector, averaging over 2 blocks for 36 minutes. The other positive is he has a great teacher in fellow countryman and former Defensive Player of the Year, Rudy Gobert. Johan has modeled his game around Gobert, telling the Star Tribune, quote, "I started watching Rudy Gobert when he was in Utah, how he protected the paint, how he contested shots, and how he was a presence on defense. I think we have some similarity in our games. I think Tim Connolly and new owners Mark Laurie and A-Rod are banking on him being a sponge and learning as much as he can from Rudy. So when it's time to move on from Rudy, he's ready to take over the spot. The positives of that is they would be getting great defensive production at a much lower price tag than Gobert. The good news is the Wolves starting front court seems to be coming together. The Wolves are reportedly going to sign Naz Reid to a long-term contract and are currently in talks with Julius Randle on a new contract. They also drafted another big man from Australia as an insurance policy for Johan. The bottom line is the Wolves have been to 2 straight Western Conference Finals, and star player Anthony Edwards is heading into his prime. Their window is open. I thought that drafting a player to contribute right away was the way to go, but clearly that is not what Tim Connolly is thinking. I trust in Tim. I'm going to let him cook, but I don't know if drafting a prospect was the way to go. My grade for this trade is a B-. I understand the pick, even if I don't 100% agree with it. Well, thanks for watching. Make sure to like, share, and subscribe if you like the content, and tell a friend about our channel. And as always, go Wolves.